Welcome. This is Kitty Boitnott of Teachers in Transition, and today is a special episode of the Teachers in Transition podcast and YouTube channel because I have a special guest here. Let me pull up. Here we go. So Ms. Melissa Wolf is the owner and operator of Balance Health and Wellness, and I appeared on a summit that she offered her followers a month or two ago and got to know Melissa that way. And when she found out I was doing this podcast, she was excited and offered to be a guest sometime, and I grabbed the opportunity to have this conversation with her. So Melissa, I'm just going to let you talk from this point and tell us a little bit about your background and what's led you to this point and what advice do you have to offer our listeners.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kitty, for having me. I think this is a wonderful show, and it's going to impact a lot of people, and especially educators. So I am a school psychologist. So before I created my wellness business, Balance Health and Wellness, I was a school psychologist, and I still am. And I still contract here and there with the school districts. And I learned so much from being in the school system, and learned so much when it came to behaviors and just overall wellness, and saw a lot of things as well in terms of the stress part of the job, and experienced a lot of stress on the job, both positive and stress that also led me to a period of burnout and made me kind of rethink the things that I wanted to do in my life. And I knew that I had so many other gifts to share, and that's what kind of led me to create Balance, is that I wanted to still be able to utilize my background in psychology, but also create wellness programs for people who are passionate, ambitious, committed, high performers, just like educators are, so that they can still continue to do what they love, but then also have these wellness programs at their fingertips so that they can better manage their stress as well.
That is perfect. So tell us something about the programs that you offer. And of course, at the end, I want you to offer how folks can get in touch with you.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So my programs, and what I've learned just through being in the system and just experiencing life in general, my programs are very comprehensive. And that's something that I really instill in my clients and in my community, is that there's not a one size fits all when it comes to stress management. And the best way for you to get a better handle on your stress is through a multimodal approach, and being able to work on your physical wellness, but also your mental and emotional wellness. And when we can integrate these three components, the results that you get are amazing, and they're really transformational, and they're also very meaningful to you, and they're sustainable. So my programs incorporate those three main components of wellness: the mental, the physical, and the emotional.
Okay. And they combine those three modalities in each program, or do you offer individual programs that address one individual modality?
Yeah, so I have a program that combines all three, which is like the big one. And then I also have separate programs that just focus on specific.
Okay. Can you give us an example of how about a specific example of a type of stress that you might offer a remedy for?
So if you are feeling really depleted, so you're a high achiever, you're super ambitious, and you just go all the time, and you're achieving and accomplishing things, but it's leaving you feeling stuck and robotic and detached. Even though you're getting things done, you're not truly happy. It's not bringing you that joy that you really want out of life. And I have a program that's completely dedicated to increasing your performance and bringing more joy and success into your performance by creating this authentic well-being that we all possess and that we all deserve.
That sounds wonderful. So are all of your followers and members of your community, are they all educators, or do you serve other folks as well?
Yeah, great question. So a lot of my community are educators, but also have a lot of healthcare professionals, business owners, because we all have those similar characteristics of being very passionate and committed, and we want to help others.
Right.
And we have that higher correlation of burnout and stress because of what we do, because that's our calling.
Right, right. Yeah, that is absolutely true. So how long have you been doing this, Melissa?
So the whole wellness piece of everything, over 10 years. And then,
wow.
Yeah, so it's been a long journey and just kind of fine tuning everything so that I could build this wellness community. And Balance has been in business since 2017.
Okay.
And yeah.
And how would people find you if they wanted to find out more about you?
Sure. So you can find me on my website, balancehwde.com, or on Facebook, balancehealth.mel, or also Instagram, balancehwde.
Wonderful. Now I want to ask you one thing. If anybody asked me, what's one thing that they could change in their day-to-day routine that might help them to feel less stressed out, a little more resilient, able to go with the flow day to day. My favorite go-to, because it's the easiest one, even though teachers especially balk because it means having to go to the restroom more often. But I think staying hydrated is really important. So that would be one of the things that I would recommend. Is there any one thing that you might recommend?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things.
I know there are. It's a tough one to pick out just one, but I was thinking if you could isolate one or two that, because people are busy and they don't always feel like they're in a position to integrate a whole comprehensive program, unfortunately. That would just stress them out even more, the idea that they have to change everything. So
right.
I was just wondering if there was something that you could think of that you would recommend.
Honestly, give yourself rest, time to rest.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Time out. And sleep. Yeah. Sleep is underrated too, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Too many people think they can defer and delay sleep. I'll catch up on the weekend, and it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. So.
But if you could carve out some time for you just to reset and recharge, it makes a huge difference.
It does make a huge difference. And don't you think it's even harder for and I know this is a particularly difficult time of year. So this is a timely, we'll probably I'll post this, not this week, but next week. We're right in the midst of testing in most places.
Yes.
Some schools are starting to get out at the end of this month, but in my area, they still go till the middle of June. And, the weather's been crazy. And so it's a really tough time of the year for people to be trying to balance it all. And they're burning a candle at both ends, but then they end up just feeling, like you said, stuck and exhausted at the end of the day. So it's a dilemma for everybody, but I think this time of year it's double trouble for teachers.
And I see it. I'm there.
Well, I'm sure you do. And I remember, it's been a while since I was in the classroom, but I remember very, very well how stressful this particular time of year it is. So tell us one more time how people can get in touch with you. If they wanted to just email you directly, can they do that?
Yeah, you can email me, balancehwde@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then the website again is balancehwde.com. Also, Facebook is balancehealth.mel. And then Instagram, balancehwde.
Oh, awesome. I need to look for you on Instagram.
Yeah.
So what I want to say about you before I let you go, and thank you for one thing, for sharing yourself and your expertise this morning. I really appreciate it. And I
Thank
hope
you
that
for
people
having
will
me.
reach out to you and learn more about your programs.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is that back when we were preparing for that summit, I found out that you were just getting married. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
So how long has it been since you actually tied the knot? It's not been very long at all.
No, we tied the knot December 1st.
There you go. So you're still in the first 6 months. And I happen to know from having gotten married myself years ago that that is a stressful event too. So,
Yes.
I tell people in my workshops that stress can come from happy events as well as sad
Oh, yeah.
events. It's not just the sad or distressful events
Mm-hmm.
that occur to us that stress us out. We may not think of it so much as a stressful event, but preparing for a wedding, preparing for a new baby. I just shared with you I've gotten a new puppy this weekend, so I can feel my own stress when she
Mm-hmm.
starts winding up to let
Mm-hmm.
me know she's not a happy girl. So we all have life events that create stress for us. And the secret, I think, is taking care of ourselves on a day-to-day basis with
Mm-hmm.
the hydration, with the good nutrition, with getting the rest that we need, unplugging and taking care of ourselves. You know, the occasional massage, doing something for fun, spending time with family and friends, and not feeling like you're on that constant hamster wheel of
Yes.
productivity,
Yes.
because we've been conditioned to think that more is always better, more work. Americans take fewer vacation days than any other Western culture on the planet, because
Wow.
we've been driven to believe that productivity is the key, that ambition is the magic elixir that will lead to happiness. And you and I both have experienced burnout, which is
Yeah.
the ultimate payoff of too much doing,
Yes.
always going,
Yes.
never giving yourself time to recuperate. So we need to take better care of ourselves and be easier with ourselves and not so hard on us. None of us are perfect, and none of us do things perfectly. So we just do the best we can, but we should do the best we can with the information that we need, that you offer and that I offer, on
Yeah.
how to manage that stress on a
Yeah.
day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month um, effort. And then when something does come along that would otherwise knock us flat, we
Yeah.
might get knocked down, but we're able to get back up pretty quickly. And
Yes.
that's what resilience is all about. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't mean grit. I don't mean working your way through something with your teeth gritted and you're, white knuckling it. I mean truly being resilient and able to bounce back from a negative event or happy event that's taken a
Mm-hmm.
lot out of you, getting
Yeah.
back up on your feet sooner than you would otherwise. So
Yeah. And I
thank
always
you.
tell people too, like, just give from the overflow. You have to take care of yourself. Give from
Exactly,
that
because you
overflow.
can't take care of anybody else if you have not taken care of yourself. That is
Mhm.
exactly true. And yet, a lot of, and again, teachers seem to fall into the trap of buying into this narrative that they need to give 110% all the time.
Yeah.
And that just leads to illness that's precipitated by stress. And
Mhm.
then, one way or the other, your body is going to let you know that you need to take
Mhm.
rest. So you either
Absolutely.
modulate yourself or you let an event knock you flat, and then you'll learn that you've got to
Yes.
give yourself the time it takes to heal. So
Yes.
I'm a big fan of preventative measures
Oh
instead of
yeah. Proactive.
waiting, proactive instead of waiting for, something to knock me flat. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much. I really do appreciate
Welcome.
your time this morning. And this is Melissa Wolf, who has graciously volunteered her time to share her information about how she manages stress and how she helps other people handle stress and strive for balance, health, and wellness. Thanks
Yeah.
again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thanks, Kitty.